Who is this irresistible creature who has an insatiable love for the dead?
You know, it's Halloween. I guess everyone's entitled to get scared.
Stop the prime time, bitch!
Gail's not here!
I'm not interrupting anything, am I? You three look deep in thought.
I said talk to me, damn it, or else I'm gonna throw you in the fire!
You stupid bitch! You filthy slut!
One ugly motherfucker.
There's nothing wrong with being scared, Norman. As long as you don't let it change who you are. ParaNorman.
You wanna play some hockey?
Welcome back to year 2 of Nerd Nation's Halloween Spectacular. I hope you're all having a great Halloween season so far. Tonight we're going to be talking about one of my all-time favorite movies, ParaNorman. Most of the horror movies I talk about during October are ones I've recently seen. I'm fairly new to the horror genre, so all scarier, more intense movies I've covered on this channel are ones that I saw for the first time 3 to 5 years ago. However, I like to add 1 or 2 Halloween movies that I grew up watching for basically my entire life. Last year I covered Coraline, which is one that I grew up watching, and since ParaNorman is getting a theatrical re-release, I thought what better time than to talk about this movie. Starting off with the story, it is fairly simple, but that doesn't mean it's bad. In fact, I think it's a great underdog story. Norman has this ability that pretty much nobody else does. He's able to see and talk to the dead, so he basically becomes a social outcast. He's picked on at school, and even his own family thinks that he's weird. However, once his uncle, who also has the ability, passes on his goal to stop this ancient witch from coming back to Norman, you really feel like he's the only one that can save this town, and you want to see him overcome the odds and prove everyone wrong. The movie's also really funny. There were a lot of jokes that I'm surprised they were able to get away with. Of course, a lot of them flew over my head when I was a kid, but watching it now, it makes the movie even funnier.
What do you think you're doing firing at civilians? That is for the police to do!
The pacing of the movie is also excellent. The movie's only 92 minutes long with credits, and it just flies by. Whether you're laughing at the more funny or absurd moments, or you're genuinely invested in Norman's story, there's not a single dull moment in the film. I obviously have to talk about the stop motion, because it's seriously impressive. I think the animation style of Coraline is a bit more expressive and vibrant, but that's not to say the stop motion in this movie is bad. It's still super impressive to me that they were able to achieve this animation by just moving models around and taking tons and tons of pictures. I also found it really impressive on this watch how the backgrounds would often fade away and then it would cut to a new background when we were changing scenes. I thought it was a really cool detail, and it just goes to show how talented these creators were. I can't imagine how difficult it must have been to make this movie, and I think the hard work really paid off. This is seriously such an impressive feat of stop motion, and it's inspiring to see the amount of craft on display here. Overall, ParaNorman is one of my favorite movies of all time. I really don't have any issues with it. I love this movie, and whenever Halloween rolls around, I make it an absolute necessity to watch this movie every Halloween season. I'm going to give ParaNorman a 10 out of 10. Guys, thanks so much for watching. I have just a few more videos planned for you guys before October ends, so make sure you guys stay tuned for those. And with that said, I'll see you guys in the next video.